And we're live. Hey, welcome to another episode of Squeezy Sports. And today I'm joined by CKN and our long lost friend Mudise. What's happening, dog?
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
it's,
He
it's
only
been
he
a
hey.
only he,
minute. Hey.
this only comes if we wanna talk Wimbledon or we wanna talk the rugby.
Yeah,
No, no,
exactly.
no,
That's
none
what
of
he
that.
This
does,
is not the
bro.
Proteas.
I'm on a bad grid. I didn't even get to
Yeah.
watch the Wimbledon. I didn't even get to watch the rugby because of our friends Escom. But I watched the highlights, so I'm good.
Hey, sir.
How much? Wait.
Hey, sir.
Which side of the world? Because in Randburg, hey, I've got friends in Randburg in Magai. They're crying.
Yeah. They would have told you
Four
about the
days.
Friday
Yeah.
to
Oh,
Sunday morning
You.
situation. Yeah, so
Yo, in the morning, it's
yeah,
in the
Sunday
evening,
morning,
dog.
and then when Wimbledon was
Yo.
playing, we were load shedding again. So yeah, and I really look forward to
Yeah.
that game, man.
so it's City Power
Hey.
in that. They're not saying anything.
But yeah, we're sending our operators have been dispatched.
Apologies for the
Hey,
inconvenience.
but Shang
Apologies for the
Sloon.
inconvenience.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, after 3 hours,
Thank
but
you.
still on site, trying to identify the fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, Chief, I'm
That's
blessed
crazy,
today
man.
that I see the lights. I have water. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm saying that because, like,
Ah,
yo, the
no.
frustration.
We all are, what do you say? And that water thing for me, I'm patang again. Yo.
I was okay with it, and I'll tell you why. I think the water thing should have been what is happening with the electricity. It's a
Mhm.
maintenance thing, short term
Yeah,
versus
yeah,
long term. So I'd rather have that fixed, sorted, than to have water shedding in 2, 3, 5 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. I hear
100%.
you. But I think
100%.
the
Yeah.
problem now is that, but say how long is it gonna take? But 50 odd hours for high level areas for them,
Yeah,
Amanda, the pressure to be normalized. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
you missed out on a great rugby match.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I did. I
Yeah.
did.
Let's.
But we lost.
Ish, dude.
We
What
lost
you
it. We
mean
lost
great
it.
rugby match? Yo, what you mean great
Now,
rugby match, bro?
now we lost it in the
Yep.
first 20 minutes.
Yo, bro, we were so bad, bro. It's as if gents were scared in Tanga. Like
Yeah.
it was for me, man. I couldn't believe what I was watching, bro, more than anything. Because normally the gents are turned on, like
Yeah,
I was like, bro, we're not Namibia. I mean, but we mighty
yeah,
South African Tangas
yeah.
Shabat
World Cup
Putina, but Tama World Cup
champions,
by three,
reigning
too.
World Cup
Like,
champions.
nigga, three. Maurice and I are old enough to remember two. Hey, Sitlan, when you remember all of them, nah.
Yeah, I remember.
Nah.
Don't reveal our ages, Chief. Hey,
I know.
hey.
Yeah, I do.
I know, but I'm kidding, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, for me, you're all right, Sitlan. First 20 minutes, the Gents were making a lot of unforced errors that we usually don't commit. But at the same time, Pana, you have to credit New Zealand, bro. New Zealand were ruthless, bro. They saw what the Slahlile and they
They punished us.
really
But gents,
swing, bro.
let's also be honest with ourselves, right? If there's
Mm,
one team we can't beat,
yeah,
Yeah,
it's New Zealand. Like,
yeah.
even if you look at
yeah,
how we won the World Cup, New Zealand beat us in the
yeah,
group stages.
They
Thank
are they
God
avoid,
we didn't face them
yeah.
again until the final.
and
When
it's weird.
England beat
Mm-hmm.
them, yeah, when England beat them for us, that's when I knew we were winning the World Cup. If there's
But like
one
it's
team the
Yeah.
Springboks just cannot beat, it's the All
but it's
Blacks.
weird and this is like way back. The one team that was our nemesis was Australia, but
Yeah,
like now, Australian rugby is going through
Mm-hmm.
something. Um, but now we just for some reason we can't seem to get it over the line when it comes to New
yeah.
Zealand.
The last convincing New
Yeah.
Zealand win I experienced was when we were still coached by Peter de Villiers. That was the last
Yeah,
convincing one. And if I'm not mistaken, what was that? 2009 or something like that.
9. Yeah, that,
Yeah, something
for me,
crazy
I
like
mean
that.
9
So,
we peaked there. Yo,
yeah.
Beshabantu.
And since
Yeah.
then, gents, if we're honest, if there's one team we can't beat, it's the Barrett brothers, New Zealand.
And I've got a couple of friends that
Hey,
are now pro New Zealand. Like anything that is against South Africa now, they sporting the New Zealand gear. It's like what the fuck?
Where are those guys based? Are they based here?
They're
yeah.
based here.
Tell
If
them New
if
Zealand's doors are open. They must pack
Nah,
their
if your
bags
Home
and
Affairs, if your Home Affairs guy, who's the Minister of Home Affairs? If he be Spana,
Aaron Motsoaledi.
yeah, got Aaron. If he be Spana, I will tell them they must ship them out. But
Mm.
anyway, it
Yeah,
is what it is.
you can tell them for him. On behalf, we can type a letter, Chief. We
Yeah.
can type a letter. We'll arrange commission of oath, and then we'll tell them, like, guys,
We've got you a
Yeah.
commissioner of oath.
hey, don't put me on blast here. Then people start sending DMs. Clearly satisfy copy.
Satisfied copy. Anyway, enough
Yeah.
about the rugby. X, we spoke about
Yeah.
this last week. Uguti, there isn't a tennis player
Yeah.
that is on the up that can come and says and make a marker and say, I'm here to take over the world. And guess what? Alcaraz goes and does it. X is
Alcaraz
gone.
in Jamfana.
Dog. Our career is in
I'm
Chaikin,
sorry,
bro.
can we just laugh at
No.
X for a second?
Dog, he has a lot of dog in him, bro.
X, X.
Man, relax, man. Please, calm down, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
Alcaraz has got a lot of dog in him. In network, yeah, I
No.
am super.
No, Alcaraz Mfana is Coco. And if you watch the Roland Garros, you would have seen him. If you watched, I think it was also in the US Open where he faced Djokovic, you would have seen that this guy he's on the rise. Man, he's got big match temperament.
Yeah,
He's got energy that's untouchable.
yeah.
He's got what do they call him? What do they call it, man? He's got that thing. I was listening to the radio now, and they said he's got a little bit of Djokovic, a little bit of Federer, a little bit of Nadal. That is more than world class, and that's why when we speak about the big four, always exclude Andy Murray because it shows you how average he is,
Yeah.
right?
No, Andy Murray will be
Versus
in the conversation just because he's British.
yeah, that's it. English
Yeah,
media will put him on
Yeah.
blast.
yeah.
They'll overrate him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, me, I'm very happy. I'm happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this boy is put on the marker. He's like said, I'm the next great talent, and in him doing
No,
that,
he really
he's,
did.
he's gonna have a lot of markers on. Well, he's gonna have a lot of X's on his head. But I feel we've just spoken about this. Guti, there's no one in tennis right now standing up and saying, "I'm here to stay," and I think he's just done that. So for our boy, what is he?
Yeah.
He's Australian.
Especially. Yeah.
Nicholas? He needs to
Which
get
one?
his act right.
Oh, Kyrgios.
Curious, he needs to get his act right.
Yo, I like that guy, guys. Yo, that guy, he excites me with his arrogance and he's feisty.
Nick
He makes
Kyrgios.
tennis look beautiful. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
He makes tennis look so easy, bro. Yeah, man, I like that guy, man. I like that guy. And yeah, maybe I think he's got to fix his behavior and be a little bit more professional to take the game a little bit more seriously. Then I think he'll go far.
I
Um,
think
but but I like what he brings to the game, and he reminds me of Javupule Shuffle. Jersey number
to him,
11.
to me, it's talent. It comes as second
Yeah.
nature.
Mm.
And I think with that, yeah, Krupa, because what ends up happening is that a lot of people don't take him serious because they say you've got the talent, but there's that level that you need to step into, which is that professional level of taking your talent serious. And I do
Mm.
think the boy takes his talent serious. It's just that I don't know if you've seen History.
No,
Yeah.
no, not
Yeah,
really.
he was picked on. He was chubby. He was black, wanting to play
Okay.
tennis. So that leaves marks. And Ama Marks I don't know if you guys watched the Ali interview. Just
Mm.
speaking on that
Yeah.
with your childhood. To be honest,
Oh
gents,
yeah, the
grown up
Dele
as
Ali
you are,
interview.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
bro,
grown up as you are, and those it leaves marks. Because Ali, you look at him and you think, he was the young PFA player of the season
of the
twice.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, of the year twice, and you think he's at the pinnacle of the game. So
bro,
nothing could
Yeah.
should come in his head, but like it does, because
bro.
those marks are
We,
there.
Yeah. It does.
we don't support our sports stars enough in that
Yeah.
aspect. We expect so much from
Yeah.
them, and on a daily we bash them, but we forget that there's a human element behind it.
True.
Right? I mean, I was listening to people speaking about Bafana's Kosafa performance, for example. Right? They came third, guys. They didn't lose. And people are
Yeah.
bashing them like
Yeah.
they couldn't even I don't know, they came seventh or they were playing I don't know what, right?
Mm.
But how does it land on players? And we're so hard on these guys. And if you listen to what happened to Dele and his childhood traumas and his childhood stories that he has to forget about on a daily and perform at the highest level consistently, disregarding what he's been through, it's unfair. And it's probably the same with
Yeah.
Kyrgios, right? With his
Yeah.
background, where he comes from, how he is raised, and now being a superstar and saying, I've got all the money to erase that, but I still have to deal with the fact that I went through one, two, three.
Yep.
So as
Mm-hmm.
much as he excites me, we've got to look after our sports stars. I mean, you look at Alcaraz. I think he's only 20.
Yeah.
Bro. That guy is young. There's
Yeah.
probably stuff that he's only starting to make big money now. Winning all these things, making real and serious money. At some point, if his game is on a low, let's look after him. Let's understand the real fundamentals as to why. Let's
I think
Yeah.
protect
we,
sports
we, we
stars.
spoke about it. We spoke about it. I think being an athlete is difficult.
Mm,
Everyone will celebrate your wins,
Yeah.
but your lows, you
mm,
have to dig deep and look within you.
mm.
Because the other thing is that injuries mess these guys up. Like it
Yeah,
messes
Yeah.
up their bodies, it messes up their
Psychologically. Yeah.
minds,
yeah,
and then you have to get out of that. I mean, look at who's this? Van Dijk. Van Dijk. I keep on making fun of his game. That his game has declined. His game has declined, rightfully so. In that injury was, if he had that injuries in the 90s or in the early 2000s, where medicine
Yeah.
isn't as advanced, that's a career-ending
yeah, yeah,
injury.
Yeah.
And now he has to get over that and continue operating at that high level that the teammates demand of the guys that are looking at the stats demand of him.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's
But
true. That's
I
true.
mean, ultimately, guys, I'm happy with what Alcaraz did, what he delivered on the
Yeah.
court. His fierceness, his fearfulness,
Yeah.
his feistiness, his hunger to win. You could see, based on what I saw, that he wanted it more on the day. And I mean,
Yeah.
Djokovic is a legend. Djokovic is
Yeah.
currently the best
Djokovic
player in
is
history.
a different smooth character.
Yeah.
He
It
is.
doesn't matter how much we love Roger. I'm a Roger fan, guys. I
Yeah.
love Roger. But I can tell you now, the GOAT of tennis today is Djokovic. And if
Yeah.
you can beat
Yeah.
Djokovic, bro, you're a legend.
Yeah.
Djokovic hasn't lost a game on center court. I think they said in 45 games.
Listen
And
to
at
that.
20, at 20, you're able. Remember, he didn't win it. I think was it 2020 or 2021 because he
Young.
wasn't allowed
Yeah.
in the country or whatever. There were issues or
Yeah.
whatever.
COVID. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
He didn't want
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
take the vaccine.
yeah. Other than that,
Mhm.
bro, Djokovic is the best player in history. And for you to come on the
Yeah.
day and beat him in five
Deliver.
sets,
Mm.
Yeah.
bro, at 20.
But
Let's understand
Another,
20. How much experience does this kid have, man? Oh, and another thing is he was raised on clay. On
yeah,
clay. He grew
So
up
it's out
playing
of his
clay.
element
Bro.
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah.
yeah. And another
It's
thing, just to add, man, one thing I've always said about Djokovic is that he dominates purely because of his mentally, he's on another level.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
also think his conditioning, guys. I think Djokovic is hella fit, bro. Like this
Yeah.
guy can go for a very long time. And this time around, he was up against a kid who's 16 years his junior, number one,
Mm,
and who could match him from a condition standpoint.
mm,
Like with Djokovic at times, bro, when he was hitting the ball, he
You
didn't,
could see he was getting frustrated. Even the
and he
fine that
was
he
also
got.
getting tired, bro. He was also
Yeah.
getting tired. Like, you know, rallies. Rallies are usually what Djokovic does perfectly. You know,
mm.
that's his game, you know, because he hardly makes mistakes when there are rallies. However, Lentwana there was able to win majority of the rallies that they had, you
Yeah,
know,
when at
like rallies would, yeah.
the
Yeah,
minute
you can go.
Djokovic started showing
Yeah.
signs of I don't know what the right word of frustration, where
Yeah.
he threw his racket and whatnot. I knew Shai.
Yeah. And then he
Mm,
hit you see what I'm saying? So basically this kid broke him essentially. I wouldn't say like destroyed him, but he was able to stay par with Djokovic for a long time. You know, first set when Djokovic breezed past it, you know, it was 6-1. I was a bit worried. I was like, Ish, is this gonna be like Roland Garros? Because
I
Roland
mean,
Garros is boring.
I saw when after
Yeah.
first I thought I
Mm.
Shai very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was too quick. And it was very quick,
mm.
you know, for final. And then man, I can see, okay, this kid is taking this guy to what again? He's winning like AMA games and he's holding.
Mm.
You know, I was like, okay, no, this is gonna be interesting. And as well, him winning the tie break is also huge because
Yeah.
Djokovic hadn't lost. Yeah, he had a 7 game winning. Yeah, he
Streak.
was
Yeah.
winning. Yeah, streak. Yeah, 7 game winning streak on tie breaks, and so this kid actually won the second set on a tie break. You know, so that's another thing
And
that
he
was like,
A-
hey,
And he also beat Djokovic 6-1. He came back and
listen
was
to
shy.
that 6-1. Hey, dude.
Hey,
Ngalama pok- yo, lentwana le. And as well, bro, the power, bro. This kid's
yeah,
got power, bro.
yeah,
But
Like,
I think
yes.
it's one of those things where this
Mm.
kid has literally it's almost like he's studied the best and he's like,
Yeah,
yeah, cool.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna do just
be
like you guys. He
Yazzie.
morphed into this other thing that whoever's
Kid.
gonna I feel for this who's this there's this American kid Francis
Yeah, or Typhoid or something.
Typho here. I feel for
Typhoid.
him. I like the kid. He's got a
Yeah.
very grounded background and but yeah, he's going up against something that
Yo,
is out of
lentwana.
this world.
And as well variety, gents, like the way he wins points, it's not necessary, he's not dependent on just his first
He
serve.
serves, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
this guy was hitting drop shots like Federer. Remember Federer? I enjoy him drop shots.
yeah.
But
Federer is cock
dog,
now.
so
Yo,
for me,
Federer
man,
made
I
tennis, bro.
yo
No Nadal. This kid reminds me more of Nadal than anybody
yeah,
else.
same
How
here.
from
Same
a
here.
passion perspective, from how you play from the
Mm,
tummy. He's not
yeah,
playing. He's playing from inside. He's not
yeah,
playing for the sake of playing. Udlala tennis ngoba uyayincanywa.
yeah.
You
Like
understand?
it's
Udlala
loves it.
ngepassion. Over and
Yeah.
above talent with Nadal's left hand,
Mm-hmm.
this kid loves what he's doing, and that's a differentiator for me with him. So yeah, big ups to Alcaraz.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain that we'll see more of this from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, wish him all the best
Yeah.
going forward.
Let's,
Really,
let's now
Yeah.
we talk about the real stuff.
Which one? Which real stuff now?
Rashford is signing a 5-year contract.
Yeah, hey,
I'm fine with that.
I just want to know, bro, because they haven't announced that. Dog. I hope we're not giving him a Mbappe contract. I
Oh, well,
mean,
Probably,
the
look at
deal is
our
in
mountain
principle
thing.
right now.
Our mountain thing at 250, just like that, dog. We on Oprah settings, bro. We just handing out contracts like it's nothing in high
mfana
But
sinemali.
Motis, can
Yeah,
I ask
I
you?
get
Because
it. Yeah.
I've asked you X, and X is giving up on his side.
Yeah.
The lack of what are these of deals being finished in Man United,
Hmm.
is it of concern, or that's just basically how Man United move when it
When you
comes to
say
the
deals
transfer window?
being finished, what do you mean? Let me
Okay, cool.
understand.
So Asibuke Ganji, the expectation is that there's certain players that are playing for Man United right now that are not of Man United quality or of a top three or top four side. For example,
Okay.
Abo Fred, I know you fuck with Fred a lot.
Espan
Abo
friend, bro.
McTominay, Abo
Yeah,
McTominay,
yeah, Victor.
Abo
Ilanga
Ilanga.
fits. Yo.
Yolanga must go.
I
Even Yamfuna, abamthathe.
Yo, they must take
Yolanga
him
must
to
go.
Angfuna
Look,
Umbona. Oh,
look. Here's my view on United. Right, it works. And I was telling friends of mine this. Yeah, as much as we're not a team that's gonna go and chase an Mbappe, but even if you look at the teams Fergie won championships with and all that
yeah,
previously, they were not star-studded sides per se, right? They were not your Man City, your Barca's, your Real Madrid, but they had the hunger, and I think that's United's philosophy here. Over and above style of play, you're playing for the badge more than anything. And as much as we're paying big fees, yes, there are certain players that don't deserve to play for United. They don't show the hunger. They couldn't even make. They will probably won't even start for an Aston Villa or a Wolves. I
yeah.
agree with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think with players like Rashford, who want to be the best in the world, there
Yeah,
they deserve big contracts with United. And I probably would have said the same for Greenwood. There was a kid, Gomez, that we let go of.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I
Angel.
didn't want that, right? We could have built a future or a good team around a player like him. So, I mean, my view on United is, we came third. We'll probably come first or second this season based on the manager we have, based on how we're building. That is my view. Judge me. We can place a bet on it. Remember when Leicester won the league? Nobody even dreamt of it. I'm telling you, this season we're going to come first or second. I'm telling you now. Mark my words. Record this. Put it up everywhere when we win the league because I know X you'll be celebrating. So yeah, I don't think we're a team that should be chasing.
Hey, that's bold. Yeah, I'm going to
No,
comment on there,
bro.
but that's bold.
And Bona, we can. Friends of mine have already placed a bet of who's
Yeah.
gonna finish higher between United, Arsenal, and Real Madrid in the Champions League. You know who my money's on.
Real Madrid, right?
Nah, fuck them, bro.
I
Okay,
Real
but
cool.
it's
Madrid
a
is
joke.
rebuilding.
I
Real
know.
Madrid is rebuilding. You know how hard it is to rebuild in the Champions League. You're
Hey
gonna play
man.
with kids at that level.
Yeah. Make it shake, dog.
Unless
You
they
know?
sign Mbappe this
Yeah.
season, within this window, they
I
must
see.
forget.
That's a game changer, dog. You see if they get Mbappe, are they favorites, bro, in my eyes. Yo, are they favorites,
So
bro?
in Man
Hmm.
United, you strip the captaincy from
Yeah.
Harry. Okay, I think
Deservingly so,
that was the
Yeah.
rightfully
right.
so.
Yeah, that was a given. Who takes it? Casemiro,
Ah,
Bruno.
yeah, obvious. They're gonna give it to Bruno. I would
Yeah.
have given it to probably Casemiro,
Same
or
here.
even David had he not left. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we know it's going to Bruno. We know.
Mm. Yeah, literally. It is. Nami, like it's it's obvious, even though I'd want Cass to
Yeah,
be our captain, especially from a winning standpoint. Casemiro has won a shitload of important trophies, bro. And as well, he's made our team better. Ever since we've
yeah,
signed him,
bro.
we've especially from a defensive standpoint, even though we do have those games where we were smashed, we had those odd games. I'm a 7-0 here and I'm a, you know, 4-0 here.
Yeah,
But
bro.
he stabilized our team, bro. We started
But
defending very well. And I mean,
uh,
De Gea finished with a clean sheet, bro. And what again? Golden Club.
Yeah,
It's not,
bro.
and not to say that he's the best. That doesn't mean that he's the best goalkeeper at United. But for him to win that just shows you Moguti from a defensive standpoint. There were most games we were solid, except those
Yeah,
ones where we
bro.
got smashed.
Yeah, bro.
Mm,
The guy, I mean, wherever he goes,
mm-hmm.
he's gonna be top, 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 highly rated,
100%.
etc. So, yeah, man, let's
Mm-hmm.
let's give credit where credit is due. So for me, I wouldn't give it to Bruno. I don't rate Bruno that highly, personally. Me, I don't think Bruno would start in all EPL teams. Um,
Hundred percent,
he had a
Maurice.
good start when he started
Yeah.
at United, but he hasn't been able to sustain and maintain that. And I can't rely on a player like that. Whereas you have Cass, on the other hand, bro.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there. Chelsea would sign him with their eyes closed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, dog. Like, nah, no, you would sign
We're
Cash.
rebuilding. We're rebuilding. We don't need distraction.
Yeah, no, but
Um,
we're just talking
Hey,
about
bro,
it
you
from an
judged us
ability
for spending a
standpoint.
100 mil or 80 million pounds on Harry Maguire. You guys did it with Declan Rice.
Not
no, I'm not
Declan.
Arsenal, my guy.
Yeah, he
Oh
supports
shit!
Chelsea.
Oh,
Sorry.
hey, young
Yeah.
faggot.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
let's talk about Declan Rice.
yeah,
This is my view. Sure, fine. Arsenal overpaid.
yeah.
Like they overpaid by I think about 30 mil. Okay.
Mm,
In them overpaying at 30 million, they needed to get the deal over the line.
yeah.
I respect them for that. They in that they've recognized an area that requires attention in their site, and they went and they plugged the gap before the market gets saturated, before it becomes. They identified who they
Mm,
want. They went after the player. The West Ham wasn't backing down on that 100 million, and yeah, they might keep on the 100 million. But now, what that does is it expenditure sabo. It has to the league position come end of this season has to be a better league position than last season because of the spending. Hold on,
mm. Haaland.
Arsenal fans wouldn't be
Yeah,
comfortable finishing second again with spending
but
so much.
and they are gonna
Bro,
finish
they're not gonna
second.
finish above United. That I'm
They're
gonna tell
gonna
you for free.
and
So
that's yeah.
if they're not gonna finish if they're gonna finish first because Man United is gonna be ahead. So Man United is
But
number one.
no, sit there and dog. You do realize it's not winning the league takes a lot, bro, for you to win the league, and it's not just only based on the personnel, but it also goes down to the mentality of the club. I just
Exactly.
don't think Arsenal have the mentality to win the league title. I don't fear them,
Simple.
even if they have Rice, even if they get Caicedo, bro. If they had Caicedo and Rice, I still wouldn't fear them, only because of that. You see, your club in particular, Sihle N, I'd fear your team if
No,
it
I
would.
don't.
I
But
would
clearly,
personally, because no, no, no. Besides that, in recent times, these guys have won the big ears, bro. Like they've got players who've experienced that before, young tour.
Hmm?
And so it takes players with that mentality, dog, to win such trophies. And if you guys would get proper reinforcements, you guys would be a bigger threat, in my opinion, than Arsenal, only based on the mentality aspect. And yeah,
But I think at what point are we
yeah,
gonna stop talking about the Arsenal and them being weak?
they
Because I
are
think
though.
no, but
They
like
are. Now
now
you
they
know, Sile, and don't you act like you always coming for
no
them
no
because you know that they
no.
are. They're
Hold
not
on, I'm asking the
Abantwana, they're
question.
still kids, bro.
No, the question is at what point
Mm.
do we stop talking about them as just those weakling kids that will always self-destruct? I think last season they proved everyone right. Okay.
Nang Basabi.
Nah, they didn't prove anything,
Aye,
dog.
let's
They
let's
didn't
let's just
No,
win
no, they
clear.
jack
proved
shit.
they proved a lot of
Do
people
you
Excuse
right
know who
because
came
a lot of
second
ex,
in
people think
2011,
ex,
Sile?
ex,
Who
ex,
came second in
ex.
2011? You don't know, King. So, guys, let's you can go, Modise, dog. Let's stop this thing,
Mina,
Bafetu.
Arsenal
Yeah,
angisabi. We can
yeah.
say whatever we say. They can sign 100. Mina, Arsenal angisabi. Ka.
Same
If
here.
they're gonna prove me wrong, they must prove me wrong during this season.
they must
Mina,
win
Arsenal is
with
X.
me.
Next time you plan a conversation like this, ne, tell me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna invite a friend of mine who's a
yeah,
big Arsenal supporter who's gonna
yeah.
try bash
Please.
us. Tell
Yeah, no,
me,
please. Because
ne?
that's another thing. Arsenal fans will never
Yeah,
come at you based on trophies, dog. They
yeah.
won't, bro.
They're
They'll
gonna
be
tell
like,
me you're
you came seventh. Dog. Let's talk about what matters, dog. And that's
dog.
silverware, bro.
You signed
That's what
guys. They
matters.
choked on the league that was
Ha.
theirs. The season that was
Exactly.
theirs. They
And
choked. They couldn't close, go. They were
they
8
couldn't,
points ahead.
bro. They
Eight,
couldn't.
eight.
And City were like, guys, let's show them, guys. Tina, see lama student lanka shy only what again? Maths higher grade. We're also gonna add maths paper 3, dog. We're also gonna add other subjects, bro, just to flex and show you that we will still prevail. And they won 3 trophies, dog. City are
Yeah,
on another level,
Mina,
guys. 3
i-
trophies, King. Yo,
Mina, Arsenal
I
angisabi.
Nami, I
Simple.
also don't. I don't, dog. I don't, bro.
When we have
No,
Ah,
no, not
man.
no. I'm sorry, but it's one of those that has me conflicted with it. But got to
Mhm.
spend 200 million
It's
this
fine.
transfer window.
so
So, nathi
on
dala
on
spenda baba.
on
Ona mhlawumbe akayispendanga. Ispendile Joe. Dala nathi spenda man. And still Pep still chows
the
us.
Liverpool ispendile kusala
Ispendile. Yabo iLiverpool nayo ngiyayisaba nayo. Because it's
Nina.
Liverpool are
Athenga
also
Enzo Fernandez
yeah.
for how much?
100
Yabo, exactly.
105.
What did you
Yo,
guys come on the log?
yes.
No, I think out of all the players we
Chief,
had
answer
last
the
season, he was
question.
no. We finished what
Answer
12.
exactly. Chief,
Yeah,
100 million, 300 Chief. Oxalai
chief.
Arsenal asisabi.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay.
So ishano Declan Rice wabo.
We'll have to cut this as a show to say
No.
banga spend 300 million okufana Arsenal.
Yeah, they're not
Exactly.
even gonna win at Old Trafford. They losing streak will still continue like it
Bro, they're not even
has.
gonna win the Carabao Cup.
Yes. Tina so
Nah, I
many
think
trophy, Tina. Tino begging Man United. We're gonna win a trophy next season, dogs, at the end.
you
I'm
won.
FA
telling you
You
Cup.
did you
now.
win a
If
trophy
we
last
don't win
season?
FA Cup, League, Champions League, one of these three say
As
cup.
in, let's as us by shine as if American Champions League, yo, I everybody said dog, I go
No,
shock
wait.
I dog.
Listen to what
But
I'm saying. One of
shit,
these three, one
yeah.
of them will
Oh,
take
but
it.
now for the
One.
Champions League, compadre. Yo, Champions League for me is the
Honestly,
pinnacle,
Champions
dog.
League for us is a bit far fetched. It is.
I know it is,
I'll be
but
honest.
but the thing is that I think Ten Hag is building a cup team, dog, like Tuchel. Tuchel,
Mm,
Chelsea. I was even telling
yeah.
no Mike, Ngoguti, you must choose. Funila my league, no more funama trophies like a mine.
Oh,
You
well,
Bro,
tell
can't
that
have
to Pep.
both.
Tell that to
Yeah,
Pep.
bro,
of course. Hey,
bro,
Pep is different, dog. Pep
bro. I'm
is
actually
in
happy with like an Andre
eh,
Onana signing, bro.
nah,
Oh
I,
dude.
yeah, tell me
I'm
Oh,
about that.
happy,
Nana,
bro. Yo, I'm
look
happy. It's
what you have
done. They just need to
started.
announce it's
Oh,
done.
Nana, you know
When
that
you
check.
see, here we go, you know it's done. It's done.
No,
It's
Yeah,
no, that deal
finished.
dog.
is done. I think the
Yeah.
person that's gonna enjoy you, Onana, is Rashford.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
bro.
so Shama
No
pass
Sancho. I
us.
think Sancho now is gonna peak. Pooh.
Nah,
Yeah,
Sancho.
I'm Sithen is hating.
Modis. No, no,
Still hates
Modis. We've
Sithen.
spoken about Sancho. Sancho Avaya now. The
Ah,
only thing that's gonna stop
bye.
Yeah,
the
bro.
only hold on, let me finish. The
Oh
only
yeah.
thing that's gonna stop transfer Sancho is his high wages. And
With
the
Oh
thing is,
yeah.
if you guys loan him out,
Sancho.
um, yeah,
Mm.
Why would we do that?
you selling
Yes.
him.
We're not,
We're
dog.
not, bro.
Ten
We're
Hag is
selling
gonna
Harry
use
Maguire.
Sancho.
Do you want him? He's
Yeah,
only
Fucking
them
hell,
20
no.
funny.
bar or 30 bar or something.
Yes, just let him mind in JT. We'll take our losses. We'll write off the loss.
We'll give
See,
anything
Yeah,
for Harry
but
Maguire,
we're
bro.
still negotiating near Juve now on shipping Big Rom. Now it looks
yo,
like they are willing to pay
didn't those
40.
guys call him? Didn't those guys call him? Weren't those guys throwing a lot of bananas on the field, dog, that
Yeah, but now
time?
they want him.
I
And now he's
Lukaku,
burnt the
have forced
bridge.
someone.
He's burnt the bridge on the other side.
Yes.
Mm.
Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. But you know what? Serie A suits Lukaku, bro. Like that's the league
Bro,
for him. I
bro,
think he should have. Yeah.
if I was Lukaku, I would have went to Saudi. Lukaku's career is done.
I think he's got. I think he in Europe he feels he's got another season.
Yeah,
Oh,
but he
guys.
won't get that offer from Saudi's offers will not be sustainable, Chief. Saudi hasn't even
Yeah.
paid Upito for 6 months.
Yeah. That's true, though.
It won't be sustainable, bro. The money they're spending now, it's unsustainable. It's
And
impossible
Yeah.
to sustain.
who's gonna be watching it?
Yes.
Exactly, and that's where the money is.
Yeah.
So the
TV
only people
rights.
that will be buying tickets are the guys in Qatar, in the Middle East, basically.
Yeah.
That
Nah,
will
but
be
like I'm a
going to
TV
go
rights
see.
up. Do you see Sky buying ama rights up? No.
No, do you even see SuperSport doing that? No. Hey,
Nah.
but SuperSport is gone.
That's
They'll do
another
it.
dead
Ah,
that's another
no.
dead elephant
Supersport
in
won't do
the
that,
room.
bruh.
Chief
Supersport
SuperSport
won't.
chase Serie A because of Ronaldo. Who watches
Yeah.
Serie A games?
Our Serie A is quite competitive, bro. I
Yeah,
do
but
watch it
who
at
watch?
times.
How many Serie A games do you
Not
watch?
not a lot
My
because I'm swinging
point, my
Catelo in
point.
Premier League.
Okay,
Hey,
but would you
no,
watch
vele Premier League
Wolves versus
bashanga
Leicester?
amagame ayi-6
Would you
ngokulandelana
watch
ntanga.
what?
Yo.
But would you watch Wolves versus Leicester
Yeah, I'd
or
watch Wolves
Yeah.
Napoli
versus
versus
them.
Lazio? Which one would you watch?
It's because I'm familiar with Wolves and thingy. That's why I watch them.
My
But you
point,
see, if you say
bro.
AC Milan versus Napoli, you check. Yeah, there I'm
Yeah,
watching.
that's one game,
Inter,
or the Milan derby,
Juve,
or
even
Juve.
Roma, Mourinho, ntanga,
Yeah,
you know,
Roma,
I man,
Roma.
who's
Roma.
that?
Yeah.
Who's that? There's that Napoli player. Ikamalaka starts with a K. I was reading an
Oh,
article earlier
Krava,
on.
Will China,
Donna, Krava,
China.
Che,
Hey, you
the
saw it in Newcastle
Japanese. Oh,
phone, but was Patella
Southampton.
85 million.
Which guy?
Newcastle.
Defender,
Ay man, such a
not Kim.
no,
Are you
not
talking
Kim.
about?
Ukimi by Munich, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
is it the winger? Is it the winger number 77? Krava Shelia or something like that. Yeah. I can't really.
Travashelia.
Yeah. So
But
Newcastle wanna
phone
pay 80. That guy's a
82.
dribbler. Yo, that guy can dribble, bro. Yo.
Yeah.
Krava Shelia can dribble. And
But
what Newcastle are building.
maximum fanela vai.
Yeah, he's going to Saudi, I think. They said that, yeah, Saudi team is interested in him. To save maximum.
But
And
why
then
would
you
you
know,
do that?
And then Harry Kane, he looks
Buy
destined
for-
for
Bayern.
Bayern Mfuna, but the PSG. But the PSG is offering who's that that young Belgium guy, Xavi Simmons.
Yeah.
Aye.
Kane
Look-
can't go to. The thing is that PSG.
Both leagues.
I know Paris is a wavy city, apparently, even though the riots there are on another level, man. They make ours look like.
Soweto lapha.
Listen to you. Tell-
Cheka siyapheri. Baluthe ne-VW. Akuse KZN ngiyakutshela iSoweto hayi. Let's leave Soweto actually. I apologize. But KZN baluthe ne-VW.
And don't talk about looting. You saw the court. But I see again. Airport.
Chief, I didn't steal a Woolworths bag. I didn't steal anything. I didn't steal a VW. I didn't take anything from anybody. I'm just surprised that the guys in France, bro, that's a first world country, bro. Balute ne VW.
These guys are taking
There's a
jobs,
picture. There's a
bro.
video.
Yo.
Sorry, there's a video that's circulating around. They change
Yeah.
ama bikes.
Yeah,
The bike
bro.
shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, we
Tour
are
de France,
so
nigga.
hard on South Africa, a developing country, that we ignore what happens around the world. Honestly.
Yeah.
And when I say around the world, I'm leaving Africa completely out of this because Africa's struggling, guys. So
Yeah.
when those things are happening, you understand it's unemployment.
The
and I'm sorry,
microscope.
I'm going a
microscope
bit
is
on a
even.
tangent here.
Yeah, you
But
could
you
run a
don't
tangent,
expect
yeah.
that in France.
You don't.
In France. Nah, Harry Kane can't go there.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
can't. Dog.
And that's why Mbappe needs to leave. And PSG is stressed now with Mbappe. Mbappe's got
He's got
PSG
them.
by the scrotum.
Yo, Baba Mega. Ngezandla zombili, boy. Yo.
Yo, he's
And,
got them by
and the
the
weird thing
scrotum.
is that
He's in charge. You know that
The
Kylian
Madrid,
Mbappe video? I'm in charge. I've
the
got the
Madrid
ruling
president
party
now.
by the scrotum.
The Madrid president now
Oh.
knows he has the upper hand.
Yeah. If I'm him, I'm offering 150.
Yeah, it is.
And
Clean
then you have
150.
Tula.
Yeah,
Mm.
150.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was Mbappe,
150
dog.
no ne player nyana somewhere there.
Yes,
You know?
spam guy. Oh, Martial, boy. It's time we left France, guy. Aye, bye,
Yeah.
But
bye, son.
Yeah,
You
mas
know,
bakayo
it's
but
ancient.
Martial. Mas bakayo Martial. Mas bakayo o Harry Maguire. Mas bakayo
McTominay,
Fred.
Spakaya, he buy
Bakayo
one get three
100
free.
as
Yeah,
well.
to buy one get three free, boy. Like I
Yeah,
won't.
boy.
Shame
Bakayo
more than
ne-100.
Kaiser Chiefs. Yeah, you
Shayumbapi.
come
Bese
up, remember
sophuma
Chiefs
number
used to do
0
that.
ke. Sophuma number 0. So we
You're
believe
right.
in Jega Sundowns, girl. So we not
Yeah,
celebrate my 10 games.
that's Sabatu, boy. Yo, I would destroy teams, dog.
Look
Feel
at the
that
Chelsea
in Stamford
supporter. You
Bridge.
can't speak the same for Chelsea, and I know Chelsea's chasing
Shy
Mbappe.
6-9
Chelsea,
minute grounding.
Chelsea's gone. I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea submit an offer.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
wouldn't.
but would he want to come in a rebuilding season? Oh
That's
yeah,
the
no,
problem, and we
yeah.
went through it
Yeah,
as well when everybody was
Ufuna
laughing
something
at
that
us.
is Ufuna something that is complete, that he's going to be like the missing piece. See,
Peace.
Yeah,
now there's still a question mark around the style of play. How was
Yeah.
his relationship with Poch
Poch.
in
Yeah.
PSG?
yeah.
So
Young
there's
man.
that. But if he
Young
comes in and Casiero now is almost is sorted, I do think, yeah, Chelsea is going to
Guys,
be on the up.
I'm not so sure about Caicedo. I know he's good, but I'm not
But
sure, man.
you're not sure about the 75. Are they rejected?
He's not make sure, man. For the price,
Yeah, by rejecting 75 year code.
Yeah, but they're
I
crazy, dog. He's not that. Yes, he's young, Fede.
bro,
Ecuadorian
wouldn't glued to the
international.
screen to watch Caicedo.
Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
He's
But
a good player. Mina uPloma angamdlisa scheme loyo.
hey, umoni Luplom wins on a state not.
uPlom angambench uCaicedo.
Dang. Yo.
Phika. Phikani ke.
Hey, guys.
No.
Yes.
I've been watching ama real Zach.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
Having fun
Bro,
in the
uPlom
MLS.
angambench uCaicedo with the right coaching, that level of everything.
Yeah.
uPlom angambench. And that's the thing, Kao. If for me you're not, he's good. And again I'll say it, he's good.
Yeah.
But 75 bar.
It's
like
high.
rejected.
Mm. I
Yeah,
know that's
bro.
ridiculous, man.
Then Brighton can keep him. That would be my stance, because
Yeah.
he's not. I mean, you've got to look at return, right? And maybe because I'm a finance guy again, right?
Yeah.
ROI is key. Are his
Mm.
shirts gonna sell out?
No,
No.
My
no.
point, bro. Is anybody
Yeah. We
gonna
can't hear you.
come? Is
Sir?
anybody gonna come except his family and friends to games because of him?
Nah.
Well, yeah, no, I hear you. And then just on Chelsea, Levi
Mm.
Cowell is he's traveled to the USA tour.
Oh,
And remember,
yeah.
there's a lot of interest in him. Liverpool want him. Brighton wanted to add him onto the deal. With
Yeah.
about 50 million, and then give him
Oh,
Levi.
Levi.
So it's 50 million and a player. But I rate this kid more than the 30 million that they were talking about.
Yeah.
And I
To be
want him to
honest,
stay.
now, to be honest with you, I haven't seen much of him. I didn't watch it's the under
Yeah,
20, né? Euro.
Yeah.
21 thing in Euro. I didn't check it out, bro. So I can't comment on the Levi Cowell. Especially a lot of
yeah.
these
He looks
academy
he looks he
players.
looks the real deal for his age. He's calm. He's collected,
I
especially
know, but
for in the back.
yeah, but the thing is that guys, let's not way into under 21 football vs first team football, dog. There's a difference, man. There really is. You do find players, mabadlala neentanga zabo, they look wavy, you know. But when you put them with men, it's a different ball game. So for me, I get it. It's just, of course, with England. I remember when they won the Under 20 World Cup and Solanke, I think, was the top goal scorer.
But the
And
next coming, then the second coming.
yeah, and then Solanke was a Chelsea player, right? And then
Yeah,
now Liverpool is bidding a lot of money for Solanke. What happened to him at Liverpool? He flopped. He flopped. So
yeah,
let's
I
be
hear you.
careful using these, especially these under 21. That's not like first team football. So the tempo, the physicality is not the same. So for me, I just think we should just,
I hear
you know,
you, but I'd like to keep
yeah,
him. I'd like to honestly keep him. Uris James didn't travel because he says he's not feeling well. Fofana is
yeah.
injured, but it's just a precaution. Would say he's not going to travel. But
Another
yeah,
overrated player you guys signed.
Fofana.
Yeah,
Wesley.
bro. He
I
hasn't. He
I don't
hasn't.
think it's
He
overrated.
he hasn't lived up to expectations.
There's a
Maybe I'm
lot of
Yeah.
watching.
players. I think my expectations are normally set by the price,
And
Yeah,
which
that,
is
yeah.
which is which
So,
is I find to be very wrong. Because remember, the price is based on what the person, the buyer, perceives to be a deal worth making.
which is
So,
which is
which is Chelsea. I don't think Fofana is a flop.
no, no, no. You're paying a price. You pay a premium for certain output, right?
Yes,
Yes, with certain expectations, right? How much did
but
you guys
that's the
pay for
thing with
Fofana?
you. The expectation, everyone is basing it on price tag. Yeah, I don't look at that. The past season that we've had as a Chelsea was a clusterfuck of a season.
yeah.
I don't
Look
think.
at Haaland.
Hold on. No.
Okay.
Haaland was the missing piece.
Um,
Yeah, but
Haaland
his
right
price.
now, Umbappe. No. Italia corner was everything just came right. He was the missing piece. Haaland did what Umbappe wants to do now, where Umbappe wants to walk into a side that can win the treble. Trying to sell Mbappe a project. He's past that. I think he's gotten burnt at PSG because the PSG had promised him go to Champions League within the next 3 years. They're winning it, and every season without fail, they're not.
Oh,
yeah, but
all all
that's
he's
not.
won is league.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, but you know what? With PSG, guys, on the real, PSG needs to do what Man City and even when Man City and even with Newcastle United, as far as how they're recruiting players, they need to just recruit a lot of dope French players within the league.
So the
I think,
problem the
yep,
problem with Ligue 1 is it's you know the saying with the iron sharpens iron or steel
yeah,
sharpens steel. What happens with these boys, a PSG can play 10 games with a player pushing themselves, I'd say about 50% of what they're capable of. And
yeah,
then they step into a Champions League, where a Champions League demands 100% of you up until the last minute or the last moment of the game. Because
yeah,
you sleep on Madrid, you can be leading 3-0 on the 85th
yeah.
minute against Madrid. You sleep on them, next thing the game is over, 4-3, Madrid has won it. They
Yeah.
Benzema's
don't have
gone.
that. They don't have that. They know what if they score 4 goals on the 70th minute, they close shop, they can dribble, they can do this, they can make a substitutions up. Champions League, you don't do that.
Yeah, but for me, I think from a foundation standpoint, it's like when you look at Bayern are in a similar situation as PSG, right? They have the most money, the biggest budgets, they can afford the best players within the league. And so what Bayern does is that they further weaken the opponents. Pretty much Sundowns, what Sundowns does. They
Sundowns
sign
is a
the
legend
best.
of that. Hey,
Yeah, dog. You
that's for
sign
weakening a team.
yeah, they weaken
Unglissy.
teams. Yeah, and so I think that's why with Bayern, that's usually their foundation. They always have these young, dope German players playing for them, like about Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich for me is an elite baller. You see what I'm saying? About David Alaba from, of course, Austria.
And you want
Yes.
to pay 100 for
You
Caicedo.
see, you see what I'm
Lando
saying?
Kimi,
Yeah.
Shikao.
And so for me, I think PSG
Don't
should
sell.
copy the
100
similar the
at
same
100.
thing
Bayern will
in
take it. For Kimmich,
in for
100.
Kimmich.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
they'll take
would.
it. They
They
would
would.
take
They
it.
would.
But Germans are
Kimmich is a
business
solid.
people, chief. They're not there
They're not
for
sentimental.
yeah, not
Uh,
for greed.
They're not sentimental like Man United and Sancho.
no, we're not sentimental, bro. We just think that you should be given another chance,
Another
and
season.
yeah,
Another
Yeah,
another
season.
season.
yeah.
Uzokora ego preach like he did once upon a time. He has scored against you guys. Yeah,
Well, he ended up with what 5 goals in a season. But anyway, let's not.
but it's against your team though. So yeah,
Salah, you're
No,
speaking
I
of
mean,
it.
Labona last season, as I said, I
mm,
was pop,
yeah,
pop, pop. It went south. At one
yeah,
point, we didn't know what we were going to exist as a
yeah,
club. So that turmoil around the club, it always plays itself out on the field. And new owners that wanted to prove a point, and I think now we've got a manager who has got a point to prove to everyone, because I think his stint at PSG wasn't what he wanted it to be. And the direction that he's taking with recruitment, I'm loving it. It's these young unknown players, well, not unknown players, but it's these young players that to
yeah,
the next
Bro,
person, it's a
I'm
risk that we
sorry.
are taking. And Poch, I'll finish now, Motis. Poch and young
yeah,
players, he knows how to mold them.
yeah,
CK, I'm sorry. This is the EPL. Go. Chelsea's a big team. To
It,
offload so many of your key players like that,
yeah, it's a huge gamble.
yo, I
yeah.
don't know, bro. I don't
It's
know.
Amen.
I don't
it's
know. I don't
honestly
know.
it's but out of all the players that have left, Kante, Ungolo Kante is the only player who I think, yeah, should have
Mm.
stayed. But
Pep
everyone
Guard
else,
Pep
yeah,
Guardiola is
look,
gonna make thingy Kovacic look
Ukovic,
like
his trajectory was going down. So
watch
there's no.
Pep. Watch Pep, dog. Pep
Ngish-
is gonna turn this guy
Angithi
into
ngisho,
a
angithi sikhuluma
monster,
nge-Chelsea,
bruv.
angithi sikhuluma
Woo!
nge-Chelsea,
So new our fit, yeah. You.
angithi sikhuluma nge-Chelsea.
Hey,
So
who's on teams?
Not me. It's CK.
yeah, it's
Hey,
me. Yeah, it's me.
hey.
Ndotish. You know how it goes.
Palama
You,
laptop. Palama
you
laptop.
never done until you go to sleep.
Mm.
Even in your sleep, it still haunts you. You're still thinking, Konji, how do I
Ish.
fix that? How do I fix this?
Yeah. Oh, it's okay.
But
Nah,
yeah,
bro.
in Chelsea,
I think it was the wrong season. If Chelsea's trying to rebuild, but to get rid of all your top players like that, I don't know, bro. You guys should have at least signed Ojao Felix. At least.
They
Mthathe,
don't
yena
rate
ngithi
him.
amfuna. Like there's talks of
Yeah.
Man
I
United
mean,
wanting in for him.
With
I'd
my
take him.
bona. Ngamthatha
Yeah.
kahle.
We'll unlock him, dog. We'll show you how you use them, dogs.
Aye,
Kahle.
but
Shire. April
how
to
many
Bro,
players
create
have you
a
promised
hat
to
trick.
unlock? But
that guy
I'm
rescued you guys when you guys were dying.
Yes, when
He
you're
saved
down
you
4
guys
0,
on
he came
many
in.
games.
What is
In
this?
many games.
I'll call reconciliation.
Eh?
Nida. Namtingi, someone
Pulisic.
third.
Hey, guys.
Nah,
Hey,
Pulisic ama-injury ndoda adlale ngayo.
Mason Mount. Yo.
Nah, Mason Mount,
Oh, David
honestly,
Beckham.
what?
He's the B-Tech David Beckham, dog. He thinks he's
Yeah,
David Beckham.
he's your David Baker. He's your B-Tech Beckham, as you call
Ah,
him.
no.
But I
So
think
Kora
Mount,
Bridge.
and also
he
Corre
wanted
the
more.
bridge.
I
Yeah, so
think Mount
Kora.
wanted ubefuna imali, and the team, well, Chelsea as a company had to make a decision. Very brutal decision, but it had to be made. Same thing with the
Yeah.
David. In as much as the sentimental part of me still say, Guti, you guys played him dirty, but Utahea wasn't suiting the style of play that the manager wants
I
to
mean,
play.
I'm actually quite upset, and I want to talk about it. I'm quite upset with how that guy left.
I've,
Guys,
I've,
David
I
has
said it
been
last week.
a key and a phenomenal player for
For 10
United
years.
for back to back. He saved us year in, year out. He's been our top player for years, and to get rid of him like that, like he means nothing.
Played him
Come
Now
on.
dirty.
I'm a
my thing is,
United fan. I'm a United
mm,
fan, bro. But that guy in a lot of games, if it wasn't of David, we weren't gonna come third. we weren't gonna
Mm.
come second. And I rate Onana high, especially what I saw in the Champions
The
League final.
final. Mm.
You know, especially that, and even what I saw in Ajax in those times, right?
Yeah.
But you know what David has done for the badge, bro, for the club, and a lot of these managers have come in and have done him dirty. Was it Ten Hag who took away his goalkeeper coach as well? I mean, guys, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
That guy has been performing at the highest level, the best keeper in the Premier League by far. Whether we were coming third, whether we were coming fifth, whether we were coming seventh, he was our top performer. And to get
Yeah.
rid of that guy like that,
And who's your manager that was Ole when Ole was the manager, everyone knew what you guys were shit, but David stood up.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, Mudi Sepra, I'm saying to you, James, let's not be surprised. We are a state-owned entity, dog. This is what happens in state-owned entities. Even if we legend,
The
that's
best
how you're gonna
performer
get
in the
treated.
team, when there's a change of when
Unfortunately,
there's a change upstairs, we are via.
you see what I'm
I don't
saying?
know.
Mm.
I hear you, X, but I'm worried that in the next 2 seasons we're gonna lose our patience with somebody like Ten Hag. As much as he's a good manager and he's doing well and he's rebuilding well, bro. But there are
Yeah.
certain aspects and elements of the team that you don't touch. And for me, one of those was David, right? That you've got to respect his craft and what he's done for the team.
Yeah.
You've got to do that, whether you rate him highly or not. You've got to go back into the archives and see what he's done, bro. And look at, for example, what Chiefs is doing with Kuna, bro. That is an investment. That is what you do for somebody who was Mzansi's finest for years, back to back, performing
Yeah.
highly, bro, delivering for the team, for the nation, everything, back to back, bro. David
Yeah.
has been done bad. Maybe David
Just
has an
just
attitude problem, and that's why
just on
maybe he also
Ukune.
lost his place in Spain. But bro, we did David bad.
Yeah.
Just on Ukune, Ubaloyi told him, "Ukuthi, whatever you do, don't ever leave Chiefs. Because
Yes,
Ubaloyi regrets leaving a
Yeah.
Chiefs.
yes,
Yeah. Because Chiefs, you guys actually take care of your players even after retirement. You
yes,
know,
bro,
it is what it is.
bro,
Nakhona abaphila grand.
yeah,
A lot of
bro.
them are in the West Rand.
He's a
And
legend. I
yeah,
mean, this guy Kuna took a pay cut now, right?
mm,
Why? Long term. They said we'll give you 1 year. In this 1 year, you've
them,
got to up your technical acumen.
yeah.
Why? Because you're going to become a coach. You're secure for life. Look at Wasazwana, go 10 triple one,
Yeah.
go.
That's why you guys are demoting him. You're not even
Yeah.
firing
Well,
him.
and even without negotiations with a potential coach, how I feel about it doesn't matter. But to say that, guys, but to say that, guys, this is our guy. We are not getting rid of him for you. I will stand with that. He's a South African guy. He's a Chiefs
Uh,
legend. Guys, we've got to develop our. And what we did to David De Gea, aye, bro.
Ah, that was cold.
Aye,
yeah,
bro.
that's
I'm
cold.
sorry. To
Yeah,
see it on Twitter like that, how we stripped
Mogwai.
Maguire.
Maguire is fine. Aye, lo.
Yeah, I vele loyo vele bekwe sithi grips.
Loyo
Ah,
sithi,
loyo. I'm sure
bambambe
nama
kahle
player,
bamshanga emithini.
I'm sure nama
Yabo.
player they don't even respect him, but hey
Bro,
lena man,
I'd
hey
even give it
thula
to
hlala
Luke
phansi.
Shaw. I would even give it to Luke Shaw over Maguire. Girl.
Yeah,
I would give
yeah,
it. I would even give the armband to Rashford, if I'm honest.
yeah.
I would.
I,
I would.
I,
I would. And for me, if Pogba stayed with us and wasn't a
mm-hmm.
little, I would have probably wanted him to lead the team.
Yeah.
But
Or maybe
yeah, bro.
izobuya, bro. Izobuya
Ah,
for
yeah, yeah,
10 kwa.
ngisayifuna.
10 million.
Angiyifuni.
Uzobuya. Mina
10 million.
ngiyamthatha mina. I'm
Now,
taking
Ngama
him,
injured. He
bro.
hasn't played. He played for how many
Angithi,
games?
for depth, dog. For depth, dog. We
Yes,
must be like
depth yama injury.
City.
Wait,
Depth
in
yama
the
injury.
No, man. Guys, listen, guys. The more
Pogba's jwayela
doesn't
kabi.
he strengthen
Pogba
our team? That
uPogba's
the
jwayela
question
kabi.
is, doesn't he
Uhlala
strengthen?
sikhosta njalo, asikhosta
Ngeke
imali.
sikhoste siphethe ucoach omusha
No,
Jota.
mara
Guys,
usikhosta
listen.
imali.
It's
Usikhosta
10
imali.
10 bump. It's Simkaya. some guy 20k a week. City car.
Okay,
City car is not new, but the FFP
he's
could do a
gonna go to
shy. When you
Saudi.
need to shy the FFP, it's shy.
Yeah. No,
And
but he's
so swipe
available.
at the
He's
Malia
available. His
corner,
price
man.
tag is 10 million.
I'm a cent. Yeah, but by Tina see swipe the man less as in night. And like see tape the teeth. So they tatala ma cent. Very, very. You know.
Yo, way.
I'm sorry.
Yo, way.
I'm
Yo,
just
way.
saying, dog. We united,
Yo,
dog. It's
way.
menu of it. I'm a
Okay.
MX. Yeah, well, swipe
No.
this to anything. That's not stress, man. Yeah, well, in the
Ah,
one corner says, yes, it's no longer on the news. It's as if nothing happened in Jason. I started it. That's sleep, so I to it.
I think it's feeling the sleeps that one.
Yes, you see, there's that guy.
Yo,
Yeah.
way.
But anyway,
Yes.
thank you for availing yourselves.
There, bro. It was a good one. Funny one. We went
Thanks.
off, but it was
Yeah,
good. Thanks.
I know, but we touched all emotions. That's the beauty of it. You know,
Yeah.
we're like an Oscar-winning film. You know, we
Yeah,
touch
bro.
all emotions, dog.
Yeah,
Yes.
bro.
And no more artsy. Even if you can.
Good. I'm counting. I'm counting. How many
Yeah.
weeks are left before the season starts? 3
I
weeks,
think
I think.
3.
Yeah,
3.
3
Yo,
weeks.
3 weeks, gents.
Yeah.
Yo, you.
Pilla, first game is when? Is the Friday the 11th.
Yo. No
Wait.
ways, dog. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So
I'm
we
excited.
yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know. Get on that, gents. I know. Thank you so much for availing yourself. And yeah, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Easy Sports. We are.